the distance. She saw that though it was still early afternoon, many people had come in already. 40 pairs of skis or more were wedged into the wooden grid, poles jammed into the deepening snow. The amenities of the hotel included the van from the station, a ski room where boots were warmed, a technician, and the custom of arranging the guests' skis outside next to the ski run in the mornings. Unlike Amy, the other guests seemed mostly to be Europeans and must know something about the weather that she had missed. She looked back at the slope she had just struggled down, now hardly visible in the snowfall, and it occurred to her she had narrowly escaped death. "Miss Hawkins!" It was the man who had been referred to as the Baron who was greeting her, scraping the snow-packed bottoms of his boots against his bindings and frowning at her. She knew who he was, but was startled that he knew her name. With her good memory for faces, she had already begun to sort out the people who had been in the hotel van with her coming up from Geneva, or in the ski room when she got outfitted. This was an Austrian, or maybe German, baron. Also in the ski room this morning had been an English publisher and his family, an American man, Joe, a pair of elderly women from Paris, and 2 Russian couples she had not spoken to. Most of the people at the hotel were French or Germans, mysteriously alien to her great satisfaction. "People have come in early," she said, feeling herself flush at being faced with this censorious person. Amy sometimes felt reticent, though she was not timid. Her success in corporate life had come about the way some actors who stammer and blush in private life come to power and authority on stage. In private, her sweet smile was found pliant and endearing. She was also modest and sociable, and now surprisingly rich, as had happened to not a few in her same year at Stanford. "Indeed. The warnings are posted everywhere." The Baron rolled his eyes at the hopeless naivete of her observation, from his expression wondering if, in behalf of local tourism, he ought to take this woman in charge. "Didn't you see them? They're written in English as well as French." "Oh, yes, of course. I hurried in, but I wasn't sure of the route," she said. She was still shaken by her adventure, and by the fact that she hadn't seen the warnings, though she had scrupulously read the posted times for closing of the lift she had been on, not wanting to miss the last ascent. She usually didn't make mistakes. It was a point with her. She was also a little irritated by his suggestion that signs would have to be written in English for her to understand them. Of course, that was more or less true. She was about to protest that, A, she could read French somewhat, and B, thank you, but her tendency to reject authority didn't extend to ignoring posted warnings about avalanches any more than sharks or riptides. She simply hadn't seen them. Instead, she said nothing, and smiled her pretty, candid smile. "The pistes are plainly marked." His tone was still censorious. Her kind of beauty, he was thinking, was peculiarly American, the beauty lent to a face by an optimist's temperament, optimism however unwarranted. He could see she was a person with high hopes. In looks, she might also have been an Austrian Mädchen, with her thick braid of caramel-colored hair, bright cheeks, and a dimpled face of unusual sweetness. Her half-breathless, alert quality must come from an awareness of the constant possibility that her high hopes could be dashed. It was essential in his line of work, property development, to be good at reading faces and perceiving dashed hopes. The Croix Saint-Bernard was a cheerful, fashionably simple, family-run hotel, with some of the affectations and prices of a grand one, quiet and discreet, standing apart to one side of the central pistes on a road of private chalets, distant from the après-ski scene of the village itself. From hints given in the brochure, Amy had gathered that it was the choice of diplomats taking a break from Geneva, the occasional adulterous couple, well-off families with young children who like an early night, assorted Eurotrash eccentrics bored with the relentless après-ski pace found in the larger hotels, and above all, those who wanted to take the fabled cooking classes offered by the hotel's celebrated chef. All this she had inferred from the photographs and promotional material, and thus had chosen it for her stay, for the fun of mingling with people of a kind unknown.